Thank you, Thank you, Minister. Today is a day for women to be celebrated, but also a day for bringing awareness to socio-economic issues that affect women. It is no exaggeration to say that women in today's society face multiple disparities, from unequal pay in their workplaces to housewife values being imposed upon them in their home life, to discrepancies in the system that govern them. All women in Ireland, irrespective of background, face sexism. It is a systemic issue that claims its presence in all facets of society. In the history of the Senate, there has only been one female Cathaoirleach, Tras Hoonan, who was elected in 1982. In 2018, Ireland was ranked the 10th lowest in the EU in terms of representation of women in the national parliament by the CSO, and with 22.2% of TDs in the Dáil being women. In the current Dáil, this percentage has increased by less than 5%. 10 counties have not elected any female independents into local government. There are only 4 elected independent TDs in Ireland: Catherine Connolly, Karen Nolan, Marion Harkin and Verona Murphy, along with the 5 independent senators in here. Only 3 women of colour are currently elected into local government: in Dublin, Hazel Chew; in Meath, Yemi Adenugu; and in Longford, Ruamu Adejemi. No woman of colour has been elected into these houses. The upcoming by-election for the vacant Senate positions were a groundbreaking opportunity for the political parties to rectify the lack of representation to this House. There is no doubt that women of colour face double the barriers that us white women do. This by-election could have been an ideal time in our history to promote our diverse political talent. I want to also shed light on the experiences of young women facing and growing up and the problems they face. The following is a paragraph written by my 16-year-old foster daughter and her experience as a young teenage girl. My experience with sexism has been covert. Since primary school, I have noted differences in the way girls are treated as opposed to boys. When studying traditionally male-dominated subjects like tech, graphics and maths, I find myself being patronised by my male classmates or receiving unsolicited explanations from them. In projects, it's always easier to talk over a girl than a boy. Even in social life, girls are expected to laugh at every joke a boy makes, or else be labelled stuck-up, brush off sexist behaviour because that's how boys are, and the pressure to crave male validation is ingrained in our culture. The next paragraph is from my 27-year-old daughter Isha and her experience as a young woman in business. I co-founded my business with 2 other women. We deliver procurement services for businesses and public sector organisations. The procurement space isn't an easy one to enter for women, often led and made up by white grey men. Having spent the last number of years building our business, we have endured countless sexist encounters, been ignored at networking events, paid less for speaking slots and congratulated for being a lady in business. Would you believe it possible? But we represent a change in the way things are being done, the way business is done, and that is something to be celebrated. But today, as I mentioned earlier, is also about celebrating women, and in that spirit I would like to herald all the independent elected women of Ireland. Some of these women have been fighting the system for years. Some got into politics in order to create a better future for children. I think especially today of Councillor Anne Norton in Clare and Councillor Maeve Yore in County Louth. Councillor Miriam Murphy, County Wicklow, has been a trailblazer for women of disability. Strong independent women like Councillor Niamh Kennedy in Donegal, Councillor Mary Casserly in Sligo, Councillor Mary Roach in Waterford and Councillor Mary Farrell in Wexford have been elected and re-elected by their communities. Some now elected independent women found that party politics didn't believe in them. I think today of Councillor Mary Lenihan Foley from Cork. You could not find a better hard-working councillor. I know that Councillor Marcia Dalton, who is passionate about the environment and protecting nature, under her guidance, the people of West Passage West are in safe hands. Councillor Lorna Brogue, who recently joined the independent ranks when she found her policies different from her political party. Nevertheless, Lorna is out there working for the people daily. I want to highlight the work of the Dublin councillors, Councillor Gráinne Maguire, Councillor Tanya Doyle, Councillor Deirdre Donnelly, Councillor Anne Colgan, Councillor Nolene Riley, Councillor Leona O'Toole and the newly co-opted Councillor Patricia Kinsella. With large population growths and diverse needs of the people they represent, these women never stop. Great women like Councillor Terry O'Flaherty from Galway, Councillor Bridget Teefy, who have all given decades of their lives to public life, must be commended. Councillor Geraldine Donoghue, Councillor Carrie McHugh, Councillor Colette Connolly and Councillor Evelyn Parsons from Galway continue to be brilliant examples of politicians in the West. I watch and envy daily our independent women changing communities and making a difference. Councillor Mary Kavanagh, Councillor Margs Crean and Councillor Pierre Leonard in County Wicklow. I could commend the dedicated efforts of women like Councillor Anne-Marie Shiner Ryan and the young Maureen McGrath in Tipperary for showing leadership in their municipal areas. The people of Kerry are equally blessed with Councillor Máire Healy-Rae. No one will ever doubt the commitment the Healy-Raes give to their people, and I have no doubt that Councillor Maureen Healy-Rae and Councillor Maureen McGrath will have a place in these houses one day. Independent Councillor Fiona McLaughlin Healy in Kildare is a strong force within local government for corporate governance. Councillor Ida Cousins in Kildare is another tireless worker for our community. Councillor Kathleen Shanahan and Councillor Valerie Byrne are two formidable and driving forces in County Roscommon. It is great to see young women like Councillor Eliza O'Donovan in Limerick not being afraid to simply get out and do what needs to be done. Last but by no means least, Councillor Amanda Smith, Councillor Gillian O'Toole and Councillor Sharon Keogan are all strong public representatives for County Meath. To all the elected women of Ireland, I want you to know to deliver better for your communities. We must now look at ways to move forward and create a more equal society. I believe the key to this is to supporting women in their social economic pursuits, dismantling toxic beliefs towards women and empowering our young female youth to recognise their talent. In a world that oftentimes pushes women to the sidelines, we have to step up and fight for the rights that we deserve and create our own platform to uplift each other. Take initiative, observe the problems around us and take actions to solve them. We must work as a collective in order to ensure gender equality for future generations. Contrary to what society has taught us, it is not a competition, it is a collaboration. With that said, I don't want today to be taken as a token for you to sympathise with us for now and forget about it tomorrow. We're worthy of much more. Personally, I would like to thank all the women who have made me the person I am today and stuck with me and by me to reach my goals. Thank you.